How you feeling tonight, man?
All right, all right. The weather, even though it's cold out here.
It's definitely cold, so I'm not going to keep you too long, man. Give me your thoughts on Zay Quinn's performance tonight, man.
Well, I think he did pretty good, you know. I'm thinking, you know, he could have got him out there a little quicker, but, you know, I think that time was sufficient, you know. He got in there, you know, he didn't really get a chance to exert all his skills because, you know, his opponent didn't present that much problem for us, but I think other than that, I think he done it, and I rated about a B+.
Do you want his career to progress in the same way that Shakur had in terms of speed? Because Shakur kind of fought for a world title pretty quickly. Do you think Zay Quinn can do the same thing, or would you want him to take his time?
Well, you know, Zay Quinn is not as seasoned and as experienced as Shakur is, but, you know, I think, you know, as far as his maturization, how well it goes, I think it'll dictate, you know, his opponents as well, and, you know, the competition that he's going to face and try to obtain the title.
Just two more questions for you. Shakur, Williams, Zepeda. It looks like it's finally going to happen next. Right. Do you think Zepeda is going to be Shakur's toughest fight? He throws a lot of punches, hits really hard. Do you think he will be his toughest fight?
No.
So who would you say, if it's not Zepeda, like who do you think was tougher for Shakur on his resume currently?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think, you know, and I'm hoping when we fight Tank, that would be his toughest opponent, but I don't think he'd be as tough. So, you know.
You don't think who will be as tough?
Tank could be as tough as everybody think he is, you know, compared to Shakur.
So you think it'll be a kind of an easy fight for Shakur?
Yeah, especially due to the height, the size, and the boxing experience. You see, a lot of people don't know, like Tank, you know, a lot of guys say they the greatest fighter in the world, they the greatest fighter in the world, but they had never been the greatest fighter in the world, not in any part of their career, not at the JO part, not at the senior part, not at the medium part, or not at the youth men's part. Now, the difference is when you got a guy like Shakur. Shakur has been #1 in every aspect of the boxing, you know, from the JOs to the seniors, to the immediate, to the youth men's, to the international fighters, so he's one at every level. So a lot of those guys, instead of going ahead and facing that competition, they took the quick route to Mexico.
Do you think we actually see Shakur versus Gervonta? Meaning, do you expect Lamont to beat him in the rematch?
Well, Lamont may beat him in the rematch. I think so, because, you know, I give Lamont an edge because Lamont, you know, came to a couple of our camps and sparred with us, you know, so he's seen some pretty decent southpaw. And, you know, so I think, you know, when he boxed against Tank, you know, that boxing level and IQ inside the ring wasn't as high as it was when he was in camp with us. So
you don't think Gervonta will make the necessary adjustments to beat Lamont?
Let me speak it to you like this here. Like I said prior to this here, I said none of them guys have never look at their careers. Okay, as a JO, as a senior, everything, they never were #1. They never were #1. You understand?
Yeah.
So now, if you were never #1 in the amateurs at any point in your life, what make you say that you're the best fighter in the world at the next level when you lost to guys that already are better than you? So you know what I'm saying?
Last question for you. Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, September is supposed to be happening, 168 pounds. Who you got in that one?
I got Bud, man. Listen, man, between me and you, Bud walking around a solid 180 right now, man. 181, man. And he been done for easy, so that weight is not going to be a problem for Bud.
Got it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hey.